There's lots to get to, and because of all the rain that you had, you stayed pretty well connected, so she's not missed a beat when it comes to the news. So we're going to get right into the things and the stuff, and unfortunately we have bad news to report right out of the gate about what happened last night at LaGuardia Airport. This is not it at all. That was not it.
That was not it. That wasn't it, you guys.
What the heck was that? Yeah, this is it. So what happened is that there was a collision between a fire truck and an actual aircraft. And unfortunately, there were 70 some people on the aircraft. Lots of people were hurt. I think only out of that 70 something, like 30 something were just cleared to go. The others had injuries, some of them serious. And both pilots, the pilot and the co-pilot of that aircraft, were killed in this collision. And it was because the fire truck was actually responding to a whole other aircraft issue. There was another plane trying to take off from runway 4 at LaGuardia, and then they tried twice and got denied twice, or they denied taking off twice because there was some weird smell and it was making the flight attendants sick. So they dispatched this fire truck to go see what was going on. And in the midst of all that, so TSA, obviously the ATC is dealing with that. And then also, you know, working on like all the other planes taking off and landing. And then in the midst of that, there was a plane trying to come in on that runway. And there was a report right when it was confirmed that the pilots had been killed. And here is that report.
We've been bracing for, but two sources familiar with the matter tell us that the pilot and co-pilot died in this collision. That is going to come up and arrive at LaGuardia to begin the investigation. I would expect.
It's just so
it's the absolute worst. I know. And I saw something, I was telling you in pre-show that the phrase that was used is they're task saturated. Like these people are so overwhelmed. I feel so bad for them. I feel bad. You know, like, I mean, my heart just breaks for some of these people who are dealing with all of this stuff.
I know hate it. It's awful. And, you know, it's bad enough that it's like one of the most stressful jobs in the world to be an air traffic control person. But then to be about to miss your third paycheck this coming Friday adds to that stress, I'm sure, in just immeasurable ways. And so there's recording of the audio that took place between the tower and the pilot. And at the very end of it, you can hear this this air traffic control person say, "I messed up, you guys."
Frontier 4195, just stop there, please. Stop, truck one, stop. Stop, truck one, stop. Stop, truck one, stop. Del 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. Jet 646. Jet 646, I see you collide with a vehicle here, just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
Is the runway closed?
Del 2603, go around, runway heading 2000.
Heading 2000, go around, Del 2603.
The tower.
Truck through 2, runway 4 is closed, correct?
Yes, go on to runway 4 now. Proceed on runway 4, you have access. Frontier 4195, I got the word that we're going to be closed for a little while. If you want prepare to return to the ramp, let me know.
Yeah, we got stuff in progress for that, man. That wasn't good to watch.
Yeah, I know, I was here. I tried to reach out to my stuff, and we were dealing with an emergency earlier, and I messed up.
No, man, you did the best you could.
Could you imagine?
I cannot.
And that guy's got to live with that. It just sucks. These people are overwhelmed. It's not okay.
It's not. And there's no sign of this being ironed out in terms of, you know, either Republicans backing down, which I don't think they should do, and Democrats are not backing down, and they don't think they should either. And so it's just, I don't see a solution except that there is going to be ICE helping out at various airports across the country today, thanks to Trump. And that should relieve a little bit of the pressure, but it's certainly not going to fix the problem, especially because I think we're up to 400 TSA agents have already quit. And that's not a job that you can just, you know, instantly refill with new people, especially when you say, "Hi, do you want to work for us? You're not going to get paid for God knows how long, but come on in, let's recruit you." That's just not a thing, right?
And there's a little bit of a ramping up
Yeah.
You would think that people
there's some ramp
they have to
up.
get trained, and the people you think would be valuable, the people that actually work there would be the ones who would be doing the training and the ramping up of the people coming on board, but they're not there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's only so much that ICE can help with because they haven't been trained to do, like the bag screening and the x-ray machines and all that stuff. So they can do some things, but they can't do all the things. And
Right.
so we'll have some audio from Tom Homan in a little bit talking about how they're going to assist, and, God bless them. And because it pisses the Democrats off, I'm extra glad that this
Me
is
too.
their this is their like
Mhm.
solution in the meantime. I do want to show off my blanket one more time before we show any more videos about that, because you guys, this thing weighs a ton. Okay,
I know. I have one behind me. I
weighs
have
a ton.
the exact same one, the exact same same color. Yeah, the Cozy Earth blanket. The blanket is the absolute best. But I took my Cozy Earth jammies to Hawaii. They're
Nice.
like what is the is it Toile? Is that what it is? Toile? That they're like blue and white, and I love them. My daughter was like, "Oh my God, I want a pair. I want some jammies." I'm like, "You can't have my jammies." She wants everything new that I have. But they were awesome because they weren't too hot and they weren't too cold. You know how you're in a hotel room and you're always freezing in hotel rooms, especially when it's super humid outside. They were perfect. They're the long sleeve ones. And I was in them every single night when we were back in the hotel room. And they're so soft. They're so perfect. And I love the bubble cuddle blanket, which is what you just held up.
No. This isn't the bubble one. This is
that not the bubble one? That's
old
just
cuddle one.
That's the cuddle one. And then
Yeah.
I have the bubble one behind me. And
Yeah.
you guys, I have two of them. I have that one, the one that you have, and then I have the bubble one too. And then we gave the bubble one to our kids as a housewarming gift. They love it.
It's
They're
the
obsessed
best
with
gift
it.
ever.
And they have socks too, really good essential socks. They have, you guys, just the most fantastic stuff at Cozy Earth. You should totally check it out. CozyEarth.com/chicks. You can get up to 20% off. Really, really great stuff. I mean, luxurious stuff you will have forever. Like those jammies I will have for the rest of my life. They're so great. So check it out. CozyEarth.com/chicks for 20% off. Do it.
Do it. All right. So back to how crazy things are at the airport. I grabbed this video of New Orleans. This is yesterday. There was like a 5-hour wait. Pre-check was closed. And I just saw this morning that Atlanta, there's a 6-hour wait. And like everybody is missing their flights. Because think if you have like a 6 a.m. flight and you decide, well, I'm going to get there at 3, which is before they're even like TSA is even open, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you basically have to camp out as if you're going to a concert in order to get a decent spot in these lines. It's absolute chaos.
It's just madness. I'd be like, I would just cancel my trip. I would cancel.
What else could you do? You know what I mean? Like there's nothing else you could do.
There's just no way I would do that. I'm sorry. I mean, I know some people out there love traveling. I just don't like it that much. I'm not waiting in a TSA line for 6 hours.
I feel like you get to an age where you're just like, I don't have the patience for that anymore.
I'm sorry. There's no place worth going. No.
In the meantime, because he's just Elon, he offered to pay for every TSA person's nope, that's not it. There it is. He offered to pay the salaries of TSA workers during this standoff. And Bonci pointed out that he can't. All he can do is donate to the Treasury, but the money still can't be used to pay the salaries without congressional appropriation. And Congress is not going to agree to do that. But it was an interesting offer by Musk. Bonci suspected that it was because he knows that very well and is just trying to bait the Democrats into a response of some sort. Because what can they say? What can they?
I'll tell you what they're saying. Like Bernie Sanders is like, I hate that he's rich. He's like, we can't have billionaires. We can't. Oh Meanwhile, he's like, let me go ahead and pay the salaries of all these TSA people. And he's quiet about it. Like they hate that he's a billionaire, but this is the guy who's offering to pay the salaries of these TSA people when these asshats aren't doing it. Bernie Sanders has 4 homes and he's Mr. Socialism Pants. And he's like, I'm just going to sit back here and not say anything. When Elon Musk offers to pay the salaries of these people that we are unwilling to fund.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
maddening
It is
in
mad-
so
it is.
many ways. I'm so glad you're back because you have to do all the reading of the Trump tweets.
Jason
Several.
didn't do that.
Jason didn't read. I tried to get him to, but then he was like, he wanted to do the Trump voice. And then he was like, no, I need more preparation to do it. And so then I just ended up reading it and I was exhausted. I will just tell you right now. So I'm very glad you're here. You're here to read them. And so there were several that Trump had about this whole issue. And it started with this one.
All right. If the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one has ever seen before. Including the immediate arrest of all illegal immigrants who have come into our country, with heavy emphasis on those from Somalia who have totally destroyed, with the approval of a corrupt governor, attorney general, and congresswoman, Ilhan Omar, the once great state of Minnesota. I look forward to seeing ICE in action at our airports. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. I love this so much because airports are becoming like ICE checkpoints. You know what I mean?
Know. And it's amazing,
as they should be. And I think it's Democrats' heads are exploding.
They hate this.
I love it.
A lot.
I love it.
There was a second one. If you want to also read this one.
Yes. The radical left Democrats have hurt so many people with their vicious and uncaring ways. What they have done to the Department of Homeland Security, our fantastic TSA officers, and most importantly, the great people of our country, is an absolute disgrace. If the Democrats do not allow for just and proper security at our airports and elsewhere throughout our country, ICE will do the job far better than ever done before. The fascist Democrats will never protect America, but the Republicans will. Just like the radical left allowed millions of criminals to pour into our country through their ridiculous and dangerous open border policy, the Republicans closed it all down, and we now have the strongest border in American history. Likewise, I look forward to moving ICE on Monday, and have already told them to get ready. No more waiting. No more games.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
I hope it leads to gobs more deportations. Because
oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because they are constantly causing problems. They, meaning the Democrats, and we're like, here's the solution.
Yeah. And you know it's going to be super helpful because we've got Tom Homan in charge. And when Tom Homan is in charge, things just go better. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to do this. So he was on with several of the talk shows over the weekend. We have a clip of him on the Dana Bash, whatever her show name is. But he's talking to Dana Bash about how they will supplement TSA.
With TSA, they've lost several hundred employees. The lines are really slow because of the shutdown. This is about going to helping TSA do their mission and get the American public through that airport as quick as they can. Well, while adhering to all the security guidelines and the protocols, we're simply there to help TSA do their job in areas that don't need their specialized expertise, such as, screening through the X-ray machine. Not training that, we won't do that. But there are roles we can play to release TSA officers from the non-significant roles, such as guarding an exit, so they can get back to the scanning machines and move people quicker. And we're just simply helping our fellow officers at TSA.
I just love this so much. They caused this problem, and now we're creating a solution that has like a double-edged sword to it.
And so they're mad, of course. They're mad. And that looks ridiculous, right? Like when there's a solution at hand and then they figure out a way to complain about it and be mad about it, it's just so obvious. You know what I mean? Like what they're doing. David Urban was on another Dana Bash show, perhaps the same show. I don't know. I can't keep up with the CNN shows, but he was on a panel that included Debbie Dingell. And so her name is so ridiculous. It's so fitting. But they were talking about this entire TSA shutdown and the fact that ICE is moving in. And Dave Urban was literally called Chuck Schumer a chicken shit. Here he is.
Congresswoman, Tom Homan was up on the Hill negotiating, trying to get this bill passed in the Senate. You've seen the White House give on lots of things, cameras, identification on ICE. The White House has given and given and given. Fact of the matter is Chuck Schumer is just a chicken shit, I'll say it, because he's concerned that he's not going to be the majority leader, doesn't want to pass anything that doesn't just blow up ICE. And so that's why we're stuck here. It's not anything to do. Everybody knows what has to be done. Chuck Schumer won't allow it to be done in the Senate, and that's where we are. American people call the Senate, complain to Chuck Schumer, tell them to pass the bill now.
I love that we can say chicken shit on national television now. Remember when we couldn't do that? Now we can say that.
I know. I think so. Is it because they're cable that they're allowed, or do they still get fined, or is it like after a certain time of day? I don't even know. What the rules are.
I don't know what the rules are anymore. But if we said chicken shit on the air when we were on radio, we would have gotten fined. Remember?
Oh yeah, we would have gotten in trouble, and like that would have been a whole thing.
So confused about the rules.
I know. So Debbie Dingell wasn't just sitting there. She, of course, had to add to the conversation. And you guys, now the Democrat talking point, and I am not making this up, is that ICE is going to kill people at the airport.
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go.
And if they don't outright kill them, people are going to be afraid that they're going to be killed by ICE agents. This is their actual argument.
Okay.
Dingell? Well, I agree with you that Congress is broken, but here's the fact of the matter. I have a lot of questions about what he said. Are they going to be wearing masks? What are the functions that they're going to be performing? Are they going to make it more complicated? Are people going to be more scared? Are they going to threaten people? Are people going to start to see people not even willing to travel because they're intimidated by them?
Okay, they're intimidated.
Yeah.
They're intimidated by them.
All right, there, Debbie. People already don't want to travel because we don't want to wait in lines. We don't want to. I mean, like we came home a day early from our Hawaii trip because, one was because of the flooding. But like, listen, when we got to Hawaii, we were on the tarmac for an hour. It was 2 hours to get our luggage. Like traveling sucks. Okay. Like if you add in a 6-hour wait for a TSA, like just a line to get in, people are going to be like, of course I'm not going to travel. Like ICE has nothing to do with it, Debbie.
Well, and it's not just Debbie saying it. Like we're talking about Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrat Party. Jonathan Turley had a tweet about it saying that Hakeem Jeffries just criticized Trump for sending an ICE to try to relieve the bottleneck at airports caused by the shutdown. And he told CNN's Dana Bash that ICE may, quote, brutalize or in some instances kill people at the airports. I mean, what?
It's so stupid. It's constant fear mongering from these people.
Constant, absolute constant. And he's trying to pretend now that the Democrats and all the times that they've attempted to get TSA open, which is all nonsense. It's all tied to defunding ICE. All of these attempts have nothing to do with leverage. They would never, look at this as leverage. But really, I mean. Really?
So let me ask you about that, because you are the whole reason, as you just laid out, that DHS is not funded right now is because you're trying to push the administration to enact some policy changes on how Border Patrol and ICE act when they're out looking for illegal immigrants. And now what you're saying is that you're okay with funding TSA, which has been, I think, the biggest point of leverage that you possibly had in order to get what you want on ICE, because ICE already has its money. So what was the point of this shutdown if you're okay with funding TSA?
Well, we never approach these things that are in front of us with respect to government funding in the context of leverage.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, really? Really? Okay. Oh my God.
Hakeem. Come on, let's be real. In fact, it was the minority whip, Catherine Clark, who just a few months ago during the last shutdown said exactly the opposite. Let's just take a little trip down memory lane, shall we?
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously.
No, you don't.
But it is one of the few leverage times we have.
Leverage. The word leverage just popped up right there.
Just poof.
It's just right there. Yeah, you need to have leverage. You don't give a crap about those families.
I mean, just stop pretending. You know what I mean? Just we're smarter than that. Okay, Democrats, we're on to you. Also, Trump tweeted once again about what we can expect from ICE's participation and assistance at the airports today. And here is what he said, if you want to read that.
On Monday, ICE will be going to airports to help our wonderful TSA agents who have stayed on the job despite the fact that the radical left Democrats who are only focused on protecting hardline criminals who have entered our country illegally are endangering the USA by holding back the money that was long ago agreed to with signed and sealed contracts and all. But watch, no matter how great a job ICE does, the lunatics leading the incompetent Dems will be highly critical of their work. They will do a fantastic job. The great Tom Homan is in charge.
That's
President
right.
Donald. That's right.
That's right. When the great Donald Trump's Tom Homan is in charge, things work. That's just how it goes. Now, here's another interesting thing that's happening. I don't know if it's only Louisiana or if it's happening elsewhere, but there was an offer from Governor Landry saying, with your approval, speaking to Donald Trump, we would proudly welcome our National Guard at Louisiana airports to help ease the security lines, which I thought was interesting. And I don't know if other states are also doing the same thing, if that's actually going to be a thing that happens. I don't know, but I think everybody would welcome any additional help. And then Trump also had one more tweet for you to read.
I don't think we should make any deal with the crazy country destroying radical left Democrats unless and until they vote with Republicans to pass the Save America Act. It is far more important than anything else we are doing in the Senate, and that includes giving these same terrible people, the Dems, who are to blame for this mess, a $5 billion cut in ICE funding, a deal which, even when disguised as something else, is unacceptable to me and the American people, unless it includes their approval of voter ID with picture, citizenship to vote, no mail-in voting with exceptions, all paper ballots, no men and women's sports, and no transgender mutilation. Mutilation. Why does he keep saying that? Of our precious children. Put it all together and also let Leader Thune clearly identify those few Republicans, quote unquote, that are voting against America. They will never be elected again. In other words, lump everything together as one and vote. Kill the filibuster and stay in D.C. for Easter if necessary. Make America great again.
Dang. So he's saying, okay, I will pull $5 billion of ICE funding, but only if you pass all the things that I want you to pass, which is why I feel like there's no real end in sight to this. That is not going to be incentive at all for Democrats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just not seeing I just am not seeing.
You also, but you said something in pre-show, and I think that it's worth sharing. I got to give you full credit for it because you said, I think that the airlines, all of this stuff should be privatized.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not that's not my idea.
I know.
Like it's just, but to me, it's just so obvious.
It bears repeating though. It absolutely bears repeating. This wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be dealing with all this crap. I wouldn't have had to deal with an hour on the tarmac and 2 hours waiting for luggage. And you know what I mean? We wouldn't be dealing with 6 hours waiting in line. It's none of this would be happening if it was privatized. It's just, this is the government that we're dealing with. And whenever you put the government in anything, everything sucks.
It's so true.
It's true.
But you know what doesn't suck? And that is having a really, really handy way to store your firearm.
Yeah.
And the folks at StopBox have created something that doesn't require batteries, you guys.
It's true.
It's a super handy box that stores your firearm with a lock that does not require batteries. It's so important because what if your batteries run out and you don't know that they're out and you need to grab your weapon in a big fat hurry?
That's right. Because we live out in the country, but you never know when you need to be prepared for stuff. Now we travel for swim a lot. I'll travel and then my husband will travel. So I'm alone. Sometimes he's alone. Sometimes I always have a firearm near me and ready to go just in case. And that's why I have a StopBox Pro, because it safely stores my firearm or firearms. I needed something that's easy to use without some crazy lock somewhere in another room. I needed it to be practical and fast. This is not mechanical. There are no keys, no batteries, and it never fails. Nope. It is a 5-button interface. It's designed for muscle memory, so you get immediate access, and it keeps others out, which is great because we've got teenagers running around here and a grandson. And so it's really nice. It's very, very safe. Plus, it's TSA compliant. Look at that. So if you're waiting 6 hours in line, you can also check your firearm safely and legally when you're flying, which is really nice. They have a bunch of other products too. They have a wall mounted chamber lock and a bunch of other gear. So if you're into guns, firearms. You may want to check this stuff out, you guys. You can get 10% off at StopBox when you use code THECHICKS.
StopBox USA.
StopBoxUSA.com. I'm sorry. StopBoxUSA.com. Code THECHICKS.
Don't forget the.
You got to have the in front of there. So check that out, you guys.
Do it. All right. Oh, whoops. Phil's helping me in the back with a. Stop it, Phil.
What are you doing, Phil?
All right, we need to talk about what's going on in the Middle East, of course, and Trump has also been tweeting about that. It's been sort of an interesting, weird progression over the weekend. I mean, ever since we got off the air on Friday, it's like things escalated and then they came back down. Things escalated and they came back down. It's been all over the place. Here is a tweet, and we'll see what time. I think this was Friday Eve. Yeah, Friday at around 5 o'clock. If you want to read what he said about where things stood Friday at 5.
Okay, gotta get better eyesight. We are getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East with respect to the terrorist regime of Iran. 1, completely degrading Iranian missile capability, launchers, and everything else pertaining to them. 2, destroying Iran's defense industrial base. 3, eliminating their Navy and Air Force, including anti-aircraft weaponry. 4, never allowing Iran to get even close to nuclear capability and always being in a position where the USA can quickly and powerfully react to such a situation should it take place. 5, protecting at the highest level our Middle Eastern allies, including Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, and others. The Hormuz Strait will have to be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. The United States does not. If asked, we will help these countries in their Hormuz. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
You are.
I just hate that word. Hormuz efforts. I feel like somebody should go kazoom tight. But it shouldn't be necessary once Iran's threat is eradicated. Importantly, it will be an easy military operation for them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. You know what I love? Can I just say that there has been no other time in history that a president has been this transparent with everything.
Oh my gosh. You're
100%
right.
It's like he is constantly in communication with all of us. Like, and for people to say that he's not, they need to sit at the kids' table. They're not, these are not grown adults, because like every single thing that he does, he's constantly telling us, this is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I love that about him.
Yeah. And he does it without like crossing any lines when it comes to, divulging things that we shouldn't know about or that other countries shouldn't know about. I think he does it. He strikes exactly the right chord when it comes to telling us what we should know and when we should know it. Now, Saturday night, okay, so that was Friday evening, right? But then Saturday night, there was like the law was laid down, okay? And here is what Trump tweeted on Saturday night. This was at 7:44 p.m.
All right, if Iran doesn't fully open without threat the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours from this exact point in time, the United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest one first. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So they there's a deadline. It's like 40.
So that's tonight at 7:44 p.m. Okay. So yesterday, like all the news shows were like, what does this mean? What's going to happen? Things are escalating. Oh my gosh. Especially because the Iranian response was also kind of escalatory. If you want to read this from the Kobasi letter.
Okay. Iran's response. Iran will completely close the Strait of Hormuz. 2, Iran will hit vital infrastructure in the Middle East. 3, this includes energy, IT, and water desalination facilities. 4, Iran's senior military commander says the country's military strategy has shifted from defensive to offensive. 5, Iranian officials say the country has enough reserves of essential goods to last for up to 1 year. Trump's deadline has 33 hours remaining.
So people, they were like, we're doubling down and making everything worse.
Right. And people are like, oh my God, this is terrible because this could cause a humanitarian crisis. Like people are freaking out about that.
It's bad. You got that is very, very escalatory. And then their current spokesperson for the IRGC, I have no idea who this guy is. I'm sure he's like tied up in a bunker somewhere because he knows that he's next in line to get eliminated. But he mocked Trump in his address with this response. And just to show you what I mean by that, here's a little piece.
Hey Trump, you are fired. You are familiar with this sentence. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Oh,
what a dick. That guy is a dick.
Right? Like
Yeah,
that was also very escalatory.
Yeah.
Right?
little escalating, you think?
Very escalating.
I'm sure Trump was like, oh, really? Oh, really?
So, I mean, the back and forth is very, very scary because when they're talking about they're going to cut off power, they're basically saying if you take the strikes that you say you're going to take, we're going to make it impossible for civilians across the entire region to survive, and that raises it to a whole other level of terrifying.
Right.
And then add to that the fact that we know this because we're not liberal idiots and we're not the woke Reich. We know that whatever Iran says, you cannot trust it. The fact that they say, oh, we weren't developing nukes. What are you talking about? Of course they were. And the fact that they were saying, oh, we don't have long range missiles. Yes, they do. And we got proof of that over the weekend also because they fired 2 missiles at a target 4,000 kilometers away, which is, I mean, when you think about a lot of the Western countries' capital cities, they are within that range. And so this was according to the Wall Street Journal. Iran targeted the joint US-UK base at Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean with 2 intermediate range ballistic missiles. And they were one failed in flight. The other one was intercepted, but still, the fact that they have this capability goes against everything that like Joe Kent has been saying on all of the talk shows. And we'll get to him in a little bit.
Joe Kent.
Oh my God. But like Iran is a legit threat. And anybody who tries to say that Trump, that this was an unnecessary war, there's all the evidence that you need right there.
Yeah,
right?
That's your proof right there. Yeah, they're dirty liars.
Dirty freaking liars. That's exactly
right.
I'm
super glad that Obama gave him like pallets of cash. Our cash. Right. Thanks, Obama. Thanks.
Good job.
Right.
And if you want a good assessment or analysis about how the war is doing, how we are doing, I trust Victor David Hanson, whose brain is like enormous and who is very, very smart, obviously has seen a lot of war and how they've played out. And this was his analysis. I thought that this was really, really interesting.
There's enough evidence to see how things are really going. Europeans would never agree to go anywhere near Iran unless they thought the tide was turning and they think that we're going to win. Otherwise, they would keep still. And the reason that the petronations of the Gulf survive is they have their finger in the wind and they're very attuned to the climate. And when you have Al Jazeera praising the United States bombing campaign and saying that it's been underestimated and it's brilliant and effective, you get the feeling that they think not only should the United States finish the job, but it can and will finish the job. And then when you start to see tactical aircraft like Warthogs and Apaches, that means that they're offering almost ground and sea support to hit targets. There's no defense at all when you have that type of aircraft flying at will in Iranian airspace. So you put it all together, and I think it's pretty clear that this rope-a-dope strategy that they have, that we're going to tire before they are, is dependent on just public opinion, the midterms in the United States. And if Trump sees it through, and I think he will, I think they're going to fall pretty soon.
You know what bothers me? It's encouraging, but you know what bothers me is there's so many people in our country now who want us to lose.
I know.
I think that's what breaks my heart the most. It's maybe I don't even know if being heartbroken is the way to say it. I don't know if that's the feeling that I have.
Mine is like pure disgust.
Yeah, like what is that? I don't remember that being my America when I was growing up, and now it's. Our America is so many people are rooting for the other guy. They're rooting for the bad guys. Like WTF.
I know, right? It's gross. I mean, it is disgusting. And it sucks that we have to share citizenship with these people who clearly hate the country.
Yeah, they hate the country, but they enjoy all the benefits of it.
Yeah.
and they enjoy the fruits of the freedoms that were allowed, and that they take it for granted.
Yeah.
And
it's
like,
completely.
There's just, people are not punched in the face enough.
Not that we condone violence on the show.
I mean,
we
I
would
would
never do that.
No, I would never do that. But clearly, these people are they're such spoiled brats.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So now you've seen kind of what Trump has said, what Iran has said over the weekend, but about a half an hour before we went live this morning, I happened to catch, thankfully, a tweet from Trump this morning. And here is what he said. Whoops, that's not it. Going to remove that. And I'm going to add this. Read this one, all caps even.
I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had, over the last 2 days, very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week. Somebody needs to edit these. I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So now tonight's deadline is not nearly as scary because it's been reset to 5 days. And allegedly, I mean, what he is saying is it's because they're having nice little chats, right? They're having good talkie talks. Or, and I don't know, I'm just speculating here. Do we think that they've had really good talkie talks, or is Trump just delaying the deadline because it's a big deal? What he is suggesting would happen after that 48 hours.
Well, I don't think he's lying. I think maybe he's had talks. I don't know if they're great talkie talks, but he's negotiating something with these.
With who? Like, I just wonder who is it that they're even talking to? You know,
the guy that was like the guy that was mocking him and saying, "You're fired." The total dick guy from Iran. I don't know. Trump can negotiate with he can do the art of the deal with anybody, right?
It's true. That is what he is famous for sure. And what Zach Abraham is famous for is having these fantastic webinars from time to time, which are super, super helpful and free.
You guys, I knew nothing about finances until I got him on my team. He is the guy. And if you're questioning if your portfolio is positioned for everything that we're facing now financially, you need to join Zach Abraham for his free live. It's free, you guys. Why wouldn't you do this? It's a free live webinar, and he's awesome. You will love him. He's conservative. He's such a great guy. He's super charismatic. He's just wonderful. We love him so much. April 2nd, 3:30 Pacific. What time is that?
6:30 Eastern.
Okay, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central on April 2nd. It's the greatest. Like, you could just join it. It's free. They have a full schedule to help you cut through all the market noise and everything. They talk about AI, crypto, tech, all the fundamentals of value investing. He's all about risk management, ways to lower risk, lower cost, and give your retirement as much upside as possible. So you can register now for the free Cutting Through the Market Noise live webinar on April 2nd, 3:30 p.m. Pacific. Do it at Know Your Risk Portfolio. Is that right? KnowYourRiskPodcast.com. That's where you do it. KnowYourRiskPodcast.com. And I have to read a disclaimer. You ready? Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 2648. God, it's like riding a bike. It takes a little while to get back on. Okay.
All right. One of the things that also happened on Friday, which really sucked, is that Chuck Norris died. You guys. I mean,
can you imagine the Grim Reaper coming after him? He was like, I don't want to.
I mean, my first thought, literally, because I sent this to the group, my first thought was, well, I guess we're going to have to start praying to Chuck Norris now, because there's definitely not room enough in heaven for two gods.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
He was, God, Chuck Norris, you guys. It's like the end of an era.
It really, really is. And just to give you an example of how Variety magazine decided to cover his untimely passing compared to how they covered Rob Reiner passing away, however many months ago that was, just look at this comparison. Rob Reiner, his life and work in photos from All in the Family to The Princess Bride to The Bear. Meanwhile, for Chuck Norris, they said Chuck Norris was a great action star, but politics may overshadow his legacy.
Okay, William.
I mean, what the hell?
It's like, I don't think nothing overshadows his legacy is being a badass.
Right?
That's his legacy. You don't take that away from him, William.
Nope, you do not. You do not.
You know William drinks soy lattes. You know he does. Shut up, William.
There was another death over the weekend that Trump was very unkind, I guess, about. And there's obviously a lot of hullabaloo about the reaction. Bob Mueller passed away, and Trump's tweet about it is getting some reaction. He said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump.
I know people are clutching their pearls over this, but these are the same people that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death.
Fair.
I just, and these are the same people that if Trump died tomorrow, they celebrate his death. Those are the same people that are clutching their pearls over this. I'm not.
Same people that are like mad at me because I said Chuck Norris, we need to pray to Chuck Norris because they think that I'm serious about that. Calm down, Karen.
Oh my God, right? I was joking. I'm just not, I feel like we're beyond this at this point. Like he's just going to say what he thinks. The guy has had like 3 attempts on his life. They've tried to indict him 4 times. I mean, if it were me, if I were him, I'd probably say the same thing. So I'm not going to judge him for this. I'm just not, because I feel like he tried to frame Trump for treason.
Yeah.
And he went after his family. They went through his wife's underwear drawers, I don't know. I feel like Trump went kind of easy on him.
Well, there's obviously people that are super mad about it. And then there's people who are saying exactly the same thing that you are. One of the people that was like, man, didn't like it. Britt Hume said, this is the kind of stuff Trump does that makes people not just oppose him, but hate him. There was no need to say anything. So that's one view. But then, just like what you said, there are people who are like, I get it, man. He was literally tortured by this guy, Scott Bessent, obviously part of the cabinet. He was interviewed about this very, very thing. And here is what he said about Trump's tweet.
The death of an American citizen, someone who's a Bronze Star, Purple Heart recipient and who served in Vietnam?
Kristen, I was with the president in the green room at Davos, and there was a video playing of what may have been an illegal raid on his home at Mar-a-Lago. They are going through his wife's wardrobe, and I watched the look in his eye, and I think that neither one of us can understand what has been done to the president and to his family.
But to the question of the president's post, I mean, Robert Mueller didn't order that raid. Is it appropriate for the president to celebrate the death of any American citizen,
again,
Mr. Secretary?
I think that given what has been done to President Trump and his family, it is impossible for either of us to understand what he has been through.
Right.
So you don't think that there's anything wrong with the post saying good Robert Mueller's dead?
Again, I think that we should all have a little empathy for what has been done to him and his family.
All right.
And he's leaving it there, man.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And I don't know. I mean, listen, I probably wouldn't do it myself, but there is a part of me sometimes I wonder, there have been people in your life, let's just get real, that are really awful people. And when they pass away, it is kind of interesting when you see people at their funerals say all these nice things about them when they were actually huge assholes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, what is that? Like, why is it that when they die, you have to be like, oh, they were such a light? No, they weren't. They weren't a light. They were actually horrible people. So are we supposed, what's better, to lie about somebody or to just, I know some people say you shouldn't say anything. Well, he happened to torture the president, so I'm just going to, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let this one go. If he wants to say mean things about him, or if he wants to say, I'm glad that he's not here anymore to torture me, I'm okay with that.
I think, like 2 years ago, Mock would have been so upside down about this. Like I would have been upside down. And this time I read it and I did that cringe face. I was like, and then I moved on with my life because for me, it's like, I get that I take the good and I take the bad. You know what I mean? And I know Trump's going to say the things, and sometimes they're not things that I would say, but at the same time, I still support. I get what Scott Besson is saying. I can't even begin to imagine what Bob Mueller did to Trump and his family, what he put him through. And so I'm just like, this is, out of all the things to be mad about, this is not it. I'm just not going to be mad about it.
And liberals who are clutching their just shut up. Shut up. Because I know exactly what they're going to say when Trump dies. I know what they're going to say.
Oh my gosh. Right.
So they can all F off.
So here was an interesting little tidbit. I saw this reported multiple places. And so that's why I'm sharing it, because I don't know. It's a rumor. Okay. I don't know what the sourcing is for this rumor, but it is very interesting, the timing of it, because you and I have spent a lot of time talking about how we wish or hope that it's Marco Rubio, who is the guy for 2028 versus JD Vance. And interestingly enough, saw this rumor. It says JD Vance is considering not running due to family priorities, because as you know, he's going to have a newborn. And that's 4 kids. I'm sure his wife is like, enough already. I don't like this. And that could be a part of it. It could also be a way for him to get out of this, because maybe there is some pressure from Donald Trump that Rubio should be the guy. I don't know that to be true. I'm just speculating, but
I saw this too. I saw it, and I saw it's another post that was very similar to it, and it was Marco Rubio and Ron DeSantis together.
Oh my gosh!
Right, and it was like, oh,
you need to purr for that, man, because that's a
combo.
Was.
Right. And I thought, what a fantastic combo. And it has less drama to it. I just feel like JD adds a level of drama that I like him. I just think that there's some drama there.
And it's not, I mean, I feel bad for him that there's the drama, but it's because of the relationships that he has, that he is unwilling to, I don't know. He's not willing to criticize people that deserve criticism right now. And that's a problem.
That's the drama. Yeah.
It's kind of a problem.
It is a problem.
Yeah. Also in other news, and we've talked about this a lot too, especially with respect to California and Democrats piling into Texas and other red states to get away from blue policies and then immediately trying to turn those states purple. But there is a lot of information coming out about this migration, the latest coming from the IRS, actually. So it shows you how much money red states have gained in terms of just income and tax filers, 37.2 billion.
Wow.
And that's 492,000 filers, new tax filers, where blue states lost a little bit more than that, 40.8 billion and 520 filers. So that's huge. So when you start seeing people like Kathy Hochul getting onto news programs saying, we need to go and get these people back from Florida after she was like, good riddance to them when they left. This is very, very interesting.
It's all about the money.
And now they're feeling it. They are feeling it.
Maybe you should have policies that don't suck.
Exactly.
And people would stay.
Because this just shows you that even Democrats don't want to live with Democrat policies.
No.
They want everybody else to live with them.
Totally.
But you know what I mean? But when it affects them personally, that it's a huge problem.
Yeah.
And that is the proof right there.
Totally.
Meanwhile, in Minnesota, there's positive news with respect to fraud in that there have been more arrests. I thought this was absolutely fascinating to see the names of the people that have been recently convicted in the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme. I can't pronounce a single one of them. Not a one.
They're all
Look
Muslim.
at all of them.
They're all Muslims.
Every last one is a name that's like Muhammad, Abda, whatever.
Abda, like I'm a dinner jacket.
Right.
That's what their names
I mean, this
are.
is ridiculous, you guys.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. And then look at this. I didn't put the video in because I personally just cannot stand to listen to Joni Ernst. Her voice makes me rage because she talks like she's talking to a kindergarten class, and I have no patience for it. But she was on with Stuart Varney talking about a new case of fraud involving Ilhan Omar. So she said, and I quote, "Uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills making its way through Congress was $1 million earmark from Omar, which was an earmark that was supposedly going to a substance abuse clinic, which actually happened to be housed in a restaurant and run by 3 people that share the same residence address, according to their IRS paperwork." There's like a zillion red flags, obviously. She's going down. I think she's going to go down. I really do.
I hope so. I mean, I appreciate these people uncovering all this fraud. And I know JD is in charge of like the fraud stuff now.
Yeah.
I appreciate this, but I really need to start seeing people be held accountable and go to jail. I mean, it's because if I did this, my ass would already be in jail. I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of seeing this, Mock. I can't tell you how tired I am of this. Like, enough already. Just put her in jail and deport her. Her and her husband, brother, whatever. I just can't.
Her husband. I know. I know. It's so frustrating. It's enough to give you a tummy ache. And if you have gut issues, one of the things that you can use to help, Cowboy Colostrum in the amazing 3 flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. This stuff is amazing.
It really is good. Okay. Yeah. Because it's good for a healthier gut. It's good for skin and hair. It's good for energy. A lot of people don't think colostrum, but it's really good because everything starts in the gut. And if your gut is right, everything else follows, you guys.
That's true.
This is good premium first day whole bovine colostrum from 100% American grass-fed cows. Really great. And the immunoglobulins. No, I was going to say it. It's true. It's the good stuff. It's the whole full fat, high protein stuff. And it has major nutrient density. And it's the most high quality you're going to get. It's really, really good. And Mock said it, the chocolate, the vanilla, and the strawberry. I don't do strawberry because I'm allergic to strawberries. And this has real strawberries in it. I mean, like it has real stuff in it, but it's really, really good. I always give the strawberry stuff to my kids and they drink it right up. But I use the chocolate because it tastes like Nestle Quick. It's really, really good. And I put the vanilla in my coffee. Really yummy, you guys. It's like it's yummy creamer, really. And for a limited time, our listeners get up to 25% off their entire order. So go to cowboycolostrum.com/chicks. Use code chicks at checkout. That's 25% off. Use code chicks, cowboycolostrum.com/chicks. Do it.
So when it comes to the SAVE Act and all the related things, voter ID, etc., Stephen A. Smith apparently has just only now realized that not only is voter ID not required in California, you're banned as an election poll worker to ask for it. Like, you get in trouble if you ask someone to show ID to vote. That's how crazy California is. And Scott Pressler was on with Kayleigh McEnany, and they were basically watching Stephen A. Smith realizing that and reacting to it. And I just thought it was amusing. Here it is.
I want to play for you guys there at the rally. You'll be able to hear it. Stephen A. Smith, he was shocked to learn that voter ID doesn't happen in California. Listen to this.
You mean you don't have voter ID in California?
Yeah, California does not have voter ID. You don't need to present it to register. You don't need to present it to vote. As a matter of fact, the state passed a law forbidding voter ID. So cities, counties, if they want
forbidding
ID, they're not allowed to under state law.
What? Right there, the state of California. That's what the Republicans going to lean on as an excuse to definitely push forth the SAVE Act. Right there. Right there. I can't believe it.
I wonder how many Americans know that. Clearly, your rally goers know it.
Send that clip everywhere.
We're doing it. We're helping. There you go. Oh my God. He was just so floored. It is ridiculous.
I mean, his face, though, to discover that, I mean, he was dumbfounded. And that's the problem, is that people don't realize how off the rails California and states like them really are. I mean, they are out of control.
Yeah, they are out of control. Harley cut, I want his hair too. His hair.
I know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Speaking of terrible governors, it's not just California. Now in Virginia, Governor Spanberger, you guys, she tried so hard to be relatable in the most cringe moment ever, where she's addressing people about March Madness. And it's just, oh, you guys.
Congrats, VCU. Go Rams. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way to start March Madness. So Virginia fans, I hope you were enjoying.
I mean,
She's the female Gavin Newsom.
She's so bad.
You know,
so
she's
bad.
just so cringe and weird and handsy and communist.
This was my favorite when she was like, March Madness, you guys.
God, shut up, lady. God, she's so, why are all these people so weird?
Oh my gosh. And the reason for my name today, the guy running against Byron Donalds for the Republican governorship in Florida, that guy, oh my gosh. I almost couldn't even believe he was being serious this weekend, but he's being serious. Of course, he's in all kinds of legal trouble. And now one of the reasons that he's in legal trouble is because he won't pay his lawyers. So he had one set of attorneys, I guess, leave in the midst of one of his cases. And so this was absolutely incredible to me, but this is real. His attorney just quit due to James refusing to pay him the $150,000 that he owes after he lost an arbitration fight. And he retweeted it. James Fishback retweeted it saying, he lost my case. Why on earth would I pay him for losing?
Oh my God. Do you not know how this works?
He doesn't know how it works. And if he does, he is saying that as governor, he's going to change the way it works. Again, this was real. I was like, you pay a lawyer no matter what. Okay.
Right.
Imagine all the lawyers who are defending guilty people. You know what I mean? So if you don't get paid for defending guilty people and then you lose that case and then you don't get paid, why would a lawyer ever take on any case that isn't a slam dunk?
Oh my
God.
What I mean? And how do you know? Crazy. How do you know if this is the thing? You don't know. It's a crapshoot sometimes. You don't know what kind of jury you're going to get or what kind of judge you're going to get. You just don't know. This guy is a lunatic.
He's an absolute lunatic. And for real, he said in a video the exact same thing. He tweeted about it. This was the caption of the video where he said, hire a lawyer who loses your case. Don't pay him. And then he equated that to this example: order chicken and get shrimp. Don't pay them. What? This guy is a lunatic. And yet there's all kinds of people. A lot of the MAGA young men are his biggest fans. But here he is actually saying the words in a video.
Okay.
It shouldn't be controversial to say this, but if you hire a lawyer to win you a case and he loses you a case, you don't pay him.
That's crazy.
Okay, so then we should be able to say this about governors too, and about any elected representative. Oh, they're not doing the job? We shouldn't pay them. We shouldn't pay them.
Right.
They definitely shouldn't get a pension. They shouldn't get all the people right now, like the Chuck Schumers, who aren't doing the job that they should be doing. They're not keeping Americans safe. We shouldn't pay them. All right. If you're going to use that logic, then we're going to use it across the board. You idiot.
But that's, I mean, I would be down with Congress not getting paid because they are actually not doing their job. Totally. A lawyer who loses a case still has done a job. They have still provided legal services. You know what I mean? The outcome is irrelevant. And that's what Harmeet Dillon tried to point out. Whoops, that's not it. That's not it at all. She was like, hey, Siri, what is a contract?
Oh my God.
And he went after her after she tweeted this. He called her filth. He called her horrible names, said she's part of DOJ. And so she should just sit down because she's utter filth. I mean, this guy is awful.
What is his background? Is he a lawyer? Because so many of these guys are.
I think so. I don't know, actually. I'm not 100% sure if he's a lawyer or not.
I need to find that out. His James Fishback?
Fishback, yeah. And now he's doing this whole thing where he's trying to say that OnlyFans girls are going to have to pay a 50% tax on any earnings in the state of Florida.
Okay.
Because I guess the guys are just they can still continue to pay for services without penalty, as far as I know. But the girls have to pay 50% in a sin tax. This is his newest platform. This is a new part of his platform.
All right. I don't think he's not a lawyer or anything like that.
I would think that if as a lawyer, he would know that legal services are paid for regardless.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, you never know with these weirdos because this is the thing. People just are stupid now. But yeah, he doesn't seem like he's not a lawyer, I don't think.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
yeah.
Just that guy is a complete lunatic and
I'm
embarrassed.
Yeah, he's a groiper.
Yeah, he's a total groiper. And I'm embarrassed that he's considered on the right or using a Republican as part of his platform. It's just horrifying. Horrifying. Moving on to the beginning of our Terrible People segment, although this is that's a misnomer because there's actually some good people in this segment as well.
Good.
So this is just sort of a mishmash of random people that I found of interest over the weekend. One is a woman who's a professor at CSU. Jamie O'Quinn is her name. She is a lesbian, and she was speaking at some sort of I don't know if this was a city council thing, school board thing, I'm not sure, but here is what she said. It's absolutely just so indicative of our culture right now. Take a listen to this. Jamie O'Quinn, sociology professor.
And the idea that I have to get up here and say that trans women are women, and that's what I have to use my time to do, is absurd. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. And shame on you for using lesbian politics as a front for your transphobia, because this lesbian has had plenty of girlfriends with penises.
She's had plenty of girlfriends with penises, you guys. Don't you get that?
It sounds like a personal problem to me.
That doesn't sound like a lesbian.
It doesn't sound at all like she's a lesbian. Yeah.
Everything is batshit. I'm sorry, but that makes no sense.
If your girlfriend has a penis, she may in fact be a man.
Can you believe that is controversial? What you just said? That's controversial.
Again,
what is even happening?
10 years ago, my brain. What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Also, in case you missed it, the body cam footage of Justin Timberlake's arrest for a DUI. I don't even remember when this happened at this point. Was it last summer, last fall? I can't remember.
I don't know, but he tried so hard to keep this out of the public eye.
He tried. And with good reason, because he looks like an absolute imbecile. So here's just a little piece of it in case.
I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on the world tour.
A what?
The world tour.
Doing what?
Hard to explain.
It's hard to explain a world tour.
A world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
You have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
And then you're gonna put your right foot in front of your left, stay just like that. Okay? You're gonna be heel to toe like this.
You should start dancing.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000.
All right, that's all good.
All
right.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
So the way this device works, you just put your lips over it and you blow into it like you're blowing a balloon. No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At this point, based on the observations, you're under arrest for suspicion of driving while intoxicated.
Yikes.
Zoinks. Was it a few years ago? Somebody was saying it's a few years ago. I don't know. I can't keep track of the time anymore.
Yeah. If I were the cop, I would have been like, talk to me, girl. Can you imagine? Because he didn't know who he was at first.
No. And then it was like, it took Justin saying, I'm Justin Timberlake. And he was like, you're Justin Timberlake?
He's like, you're who? You look like shit. It's like, you're Justin Timberlake? Really?
I mean, you're still not above the law. So anyway.
He did, and it's like he almost pulled the whole Reese Witherspoon. Remember when she was pulled over for drunk driving? Do you know who I am?
But to his credit, I feel like he was doing everything he could to avoid saying that. Almost, he was like, "I'm on a world tour. It's hard to explain." And then finally, he was like, "I'm Justin Timberlake."
I'm
like
famous.
He didn't lead with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He could have led with it, and he didn't. So I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Kaitlin Bennett, who most folks know from the Liberty Hangout, she does great man on the street type interviews. This is depressing because it's just indicative of our culture and how stupid so many people have become. But she was asking randos on the street, hey, what would you think if you saw someone running at you with a MAGA hat going, MAGA, yay, America, versus someone running at you screaming Allahu Akbar? And just listen to these idiots.
Oh my God.
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or a radical Islamist?
Radical Islamist.
You saw someone wearing one of those red hats chanting "Make America Great Again," or you saw someone shouting Allahu Akbar running down the breezeway here. Who would you feel more safe with?
The one shouting Allahu Akbar. Yeah.
You would support the radical Islamists.
Yeah.
What is it about Trump supporters that you don't think you'd get along with them so well?
I'm gay.
But you would get along with the radical Islamists?
Yes.
And you're gay?
my God.
Yes. What is a bigger threat to America today? Radical Islam or Trump supporters?
Trump supporters.
I'll say Trump.
Trump
supporters and MAGA.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say Trump supporters and MAGA.
I would have to go with the Trump supporters.
Trump supporters, and MAGA.
Trump supporters and MAGA.
I'd say MAGA.
I'd say MAGA.
These people are brainwashed, you guys. They're so
Oh my
brainwashed.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yikes. Big fat yikes to all of that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how that works out for you with the Allahu Akbar people. We'll see how it works out. Hey.
So last week when you were gone, Jason and I played some clips of when the Japanese prime minister was visiting Donald Trump in the White House, and she adores him. They adore each other, and it's so freaking cute. And she's so cute just as a person in general. But I did not know until this weekend that she's also a musician. And she and the prime minister or president, I'm not sure what you call the leader of South Korea, but they had a drum off. You guys, and I cannot get enough of her. She is darling. Look at that. Come on. Oh, look at her go. It's the cutest.
An amateur heavy metal drummer. And they're rocking out the K-pop. I love it. That's
I
fantastic.
can't even get enough of that.
That's
It's so freaking
adorable. I
cute.
love it.
Isn't it? I know. I just
Yeah.
love her. Love her.
So cute.
Anyway, that's why I say that segment that we just got through was not all terrible people, because she is not
No.
terrible at all.
No.
But the next segment, a lot of terrible people, you guys.
Lot of terrible people.
Lots of terrible people.
Here we go.
So this is getting to be a little bit older news, but since we haven't covered it, I thought we would. And that is, in case you didn't know, that Candace, who we've talked about selling that horrible merch line where it says Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's Home, or whatever, with her face all over it.
Right.
Just absolutely disgusting. It's Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, who you may know him as. He's been on our show before, great guy. He is the one that owns the merch store. So what's super interesting about that is not just that it sucks that he's profiting off of those horrible shirts, but he proudly proclaims himself to be a Zionist. And so how hypocritical is it of Candace to be making money off of a Zionist-owned merch store?
Right.
I mean, it's already disgusting enough that Brandon makes money from Candace.
Yeah, that bothers me.
I don't like that at all. But the fact that she also makes money from a Zionist is just, how does she explain that away?
Both of them can't explain it away. I'm kind of disgusted by both of them, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that is not okay. There was a video, the Jay Witt podcast talked about this also, and here is what he said about that.
Not to mention, on the flip side of that, Candace Owens Candace Owens is making money for a Zionist. So that goes to show how principled Candace Owens is when it comes to, oh, we got to stop supporting the Zionist movement. Yeah? How come you haven't stopped doing business with Brandon Tatum then, Candace? Brandon Tatum's a Zionist. Comes right out and says it. Even refers to himself as a black Zionist.
Yep. Well, I mean, she would have to have some standards to do that.
Fair. And we know that she's sorely lacking in those.
Right.
I don't know when this clip of her is from. It's presumably at least a few years old, but it's interesting that back in the day, she recognized, and she has said recently on her podcast that one of her biggest faults, I guess, which is weird because she's so narcissistic. So to even admit a fault is a big deal. But she says that she is quick to anger. And that's definitely true because we see her getting rage-filled all the time. But here's what she said about herself, just not terribly long ago.
I wasn't like, I was, partying, but not more than anybody else was. I was a bad person. I don't know how to say it. I just was a really bad person, a person that I'm not proud of. And I didn't treat people well. I wasn't true to my word. And I was mean. And that meanness came from an anger, a deep-seated anger.
Isn't that so interesting?
It's very, very interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing has changed.
It's gotten worse. It's amplified. It's amplified.
Yeah.
By like 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so mean. I mean, some of the tweets that she sends to people, my God, she's vicious.
Oh,
absolutely insane with rage.
The worst. And then this past Thursday, of course, was that Catholics for Catholics event thing that she spoke at. And Nathan Livingston from Milk Bar TV did a count because I think her speech was 20 something minutes, like 23 minutes ish. And he did a count of how many times in that speech she referred to herself versus how many times she referred to God.
Very telling.
And it was very, very, very telling. 349 references to herself versus 15 references to God.
Yeah. And some of the references to God were just like passing. It wasn't,
like God forbid something, something, something.
Right. It wasn't like she was super talking about God or Jesus or anything like that. I don't even know if she talked about Jesus, but just to point out, their gala price and their pricing for this, $1,200 for a general ticket to get into this. For a VIP ticket, it's $2,000. So
wow.
Catholics for Catholics, that's what that is. They reported about almost $3 million in total revenue for 2024. I think that's the most recent full year available and what they made. Yeah, so they net surplus like 1.53 million. I think that's what it was in 2024, and like 70% is just from contributions. And they're a 501c. They're a nonprofit. But
well, and remember, this is where Matt Walsh was going to be speaking, and he did not go. Now, he didn't say anything about it on Twitter. He never said, I'm going or not going. Like, his picture obviously came out as one of the featured speakers, but it turns out that he actually didn't go. He just released like a video message to them. And so it's super interesting because the guy that is introducing the video message is saying that Matt was supposed to be there in person, but that a previous commitment suddenly came up, which is not even a thing that can happen. Like, if you have a previous commitment, you have it. It doesn't suddenly come up unexpectedly, but that's exactly how they positioned it. Take a listen to what dude said.
Is a man we love and was going to be here tonight, but about a couple days ago, he sent us a note, just mentioned that he had a previous commitment that came up.
Interesting.
Unexpectedly, so he can't be here tonight in person, but he sent a video. Matt Walsh is a popular writer, speaker, podcaster.
That is weird. And that's weird.
Did you see the video? Was it
I only saw like the first little bit of it. I don't even know how long he spoke, but but it was just kind of like, I saw like 50 seconds of him just saying, I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but here's like my message to you all or whatever.
Right. Okay. I just thought that was really interesting that he didn't go.
Yeah.
And then when it came to her speech was very me. And there's such a dichotomy between her and like a Charlie Kirk.
Completely.
Who was so humbled by God's grace. And there's no humility with her at all. None whatsoever. Especially when she talks about or doesn't talk about God in a setting where she's supposed to be talking about God.
You would think it'd come up more than it did.
You'd think.
But she talked about her broken foot and like how she ran a certain amount of miles in a day and how her Apple Watch stopped working and like all kinds of stuff that had nothing to do with anything but herself.
It was all about herself. Yeah. And it was just really weird.
It was very weird. She got to hang out though with Carrie Prejean Bowler and Joe Kent and all kinds of other woke right people. And Carrie, because she's been Catholic for about a half an hour now.
Right.
She now believes that she can tell Catholic bishops, what they should do and how they should think and what they should say to other people. Carrie Prejean, and you don't have to read this whole thing. We're not going to read it. It's too long. But basically, she called this bishop out on Twitter saying, hey, you need to speak up and stand up for me and my freedom of speech because I was kicked off the Religious Freedom Commission and you need to say that. You need to say something about it. She's been doing this to everybody, like anybody that she can say it to, she's been saying it to. But in this case, the bishop actually did respond, retweeting her post saying you need to say something. And it is worth reading his response because it was very, very, very well written. Please read.
Yep. Over the past several weeks, Carrie Prejean Bowler has complained that she was removed from the Presidential Commission on Religious Liberty because of her Catholic beliefs. And she has called out myself and other Catholic members of the commission for not defending her. This is absurd. Miss Prejean Bowler was not dismissed for her religious convictions, but rather for her behavior at a gathering of the commission last month, browbeating witnesses, aggressively asserting her point of view, hijacking the meeting for her own political purposes. The Catholic position on matters of Zionism, to which I fully subscribe, is as follows. All forms of anti-Semitism are to be unequivocally condemned. The state of Israel has a right to exist. But the modern nation of Israel does not represent the fulfillment of biblical prophecies and hence does not stand beyond criticism. If Mrs. Prejean Bowler were dismissed for holding these beliefs, it is difficult to understand why I'm still a member of the commission. To paint herself as a victim of anti-Catholic prejudice or to claim that her religious liberty has been denied is simply preposterous. Exactly. This is the thing. You were dismissed because you're an annoying hag who bullied other people, and you're an anti-Semitic hag at that. That's why you were kicked out. So suck it.
And the fact that he posts that response and then she totally uses Candace tactics to then basically threaten him and say, do you really want to go there? That's essentially what she said in this other tweet. She reposted like some email that she sent to him back in August of 25, just asking for him to call her. And then she reposted that saying, I was asked to resign in August for the same reasons I was removed in February. You knew about this because you called me immediately after I sent you this email and you were in shock. Do you really want to stick with this story, Your Excellency?
Oh my, she is. God, these women.
Wow.
I mean, they just are the worst. I will not be ignored, Dan.
Totally. That is exactly what.
I mean, she's just psychotic. These women are psychotic.
And this group of people that now are so recognizable as their own little clique of weirdos, essentially. Now it includes some loser. I don't know this guy's name, but it includes some loser who thought it would be really cool to tape himself, get video of himself berating Dan Bongino. And this is interesting because this guy turns out to have been at that event getting pictures with Candace. Here he is going after Bongino.
You got it? Got it.
He looks like a Neanderthal, this guy.
just like he wants clicks, you know? Like these people are
Yeah.
What is our world, man?
Why don't you put your name on it?
You're a pedophile protector. A pedophile protector.
Oh, God.
Pedophile protector. I was a cop for 9 years. You're a pedophile protector, faggot.
Whatever.
You're a pedophile protector.
Seriously.
I mean, can you even? And then look, there was the picture. Whoops. There's the picture of him hobnobbing with Candace. I mean,
of course.
And that's why I like what this person tweeted. This Allie Kiss said, none of this is organic.
No, it isn't.
This is all like such a weird, clicky, weird thing.
Why would he call him the F word? Why would he call him that?
I don't know.
Well, so what?
It's so
like
gross.
what? First of all, I don't understand the F word. I don't get that. I don't. And then a pedophile protector, like it. There were like 2 presidents before Trump. Okay. Like you could have asked for the Epstein files to be open, and like nobody cared when Biden was in office. Nobody cared. None of these Democrats care. There is a billboard that I pass every day going to my daughter's to pick her up from swim. And it talks about, the Epstein files, like the fact that somehow Trump protected Epstein. Okay. I don't even remember what it said, or what it says, because it's still standing, but it basically insinuates that Trump somehow protected Epstein with these files. What is that narrative? Like there was a whole other presidency before where nothing was done.
Right.
And they just ignore it. And I'm just
these people don't really care, because if they did, they would be questioning Steve Bannon about this, who interviewed Epstein well after all the controversy, and nobody is asking Steve Bannon about it. So any of these people who try to pretend that they care, it's all such a big fat show.
Well, I mean,
bullshit.
Steve Bannon will be asked to speak at Catholics for Catholics sometime soon.
Right, exactly.
He's the next guy on the list.
It's
Good
just so
Lord.
absurd. And then, Meghan now, of course, she rushed, just like Tucker did, just like Candace did, to interview Joe Kent. And she asked him, I mean, the way that she interviewed him was covering up helping him cover up any wrongdoing, essentially. She was like, I can't believe the government is going after you now for leaking when you are the single father of kids who lost their mom. That's how she's introducing him. So when she asked him, if there was any truth to these leaks, or if he's worried about the fact that there's this investigation happening, here's what he said.
They don't want to discuss the issues. I want to discuss the issues. As for the leak allegations, I'm not concerned because I know I did nothing wrong. Of course, I am concerned because we've all seen the FBI and the full weight of the government come down on individuals who speak out. So that has me a little bit concerned, but I know the truth and the facts are on my side. So I think the important issues to address are what's at hand, why we're at war, and how we get out of the state that we're in right now.
He's a big fat leaker.
This guy. You know what I mean? This guy. God. He is the guy that I just don't trust this guy.
You shouldn't. No one should. I mean, the people that are rushing to interview him, that circle is very obvious. You know what I mean? Like all of these people, the fact that they are now part of this weird ass clique is so telling. And the one guy that got famous on Candace's show being, bringing up the whole Fort Huachuca story and accusing Erica Kirk of being at this secret military meeting. Now he is admitting, as like, he's basically saying, yeah, it was Joe Kent that's the leaker. He was on this podcast saying as much. Stokes Cypher said, Mitch says Joe was the one who vetted him to even talk to Candace. So he was talking to Joe first. Joe is the reason that Mitch Snow got to talk to Candace. And this makes it super inconvenient for Candace because, as Lotta Smith said, quote, I can't automatically trust anything Mitch, my dad was the Zodiac killer, says. Either way, whether he's lying or telling the truth, it's not good for Candace, because if she says he's lying about this, she's admitting he's a liar. And if he's truthful, it just proves that Kent is a leaker and a liar. It's a lose-lose for her.
It is. It totally is. It is, right? What a mess.
I know. And then there was on Aaron Molin's show, the rabbi whose name I cannot remember right now, but he was one of the people on that infamous text thread where Charlie said, that he was mad at the Israeli donor. Mm-hmm. That guy was on with Aaron, and he also confirmed the similar story here. Let me get to that. Yeah, right here. Dang it. I needed to put more space in between these. So it was, so Nathan pointed it out, saying, and what Rabbi said on the show, quote, "We kind of verified that the messages had been given by Andrew Colvett to Joe Kent." Because remember how Andrew was like, I gave him to somebody in government. Right. Now it's basically confirmed that they believe it's Joe Kent. And Joe Kent was the one who passed them on to Candace. So a lot of people are saying this now, and it seems like this is legit.
What a leaking piece of crap.
Right? Unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. God, this guy.
I know. And then last week, Jason and I talked about the fact that Mark Levin had asked Joe Kent to come on his show, and Joe was like, sure, let's do this. And then there was this unnecessary drama that he created because dude doesn't know how to actually check messages. Yeah. And so he publicly posted to Mark Levin saying, I've not heard from your team. DMs are open, and I have the same cell phone as I did in 2024 when I was last on your show to have an in-depth conversation. We should talk in person on your weekend show on Fox. What do you say? And then he figured out that they did contact him. And he then posted, looks like I'll be on Mark Levin's radio show Monday at 8:00. I think the Fox interview would be better, but this will work. I missed his producer's previous DM. Thank you for reaching out. And so Mark then confirmed it, saying, we now have a date and time. Not sure why all the drama. Joe Kent will be interviewed on my radio show at 8:05 Eastern on Monday. We'll see you then.
Interesting.
So, yeah. He's just trying to cause chaos and drama for no reason. That's who he is. God, clearly.
This guy is a girl.
Total girl. Oh my gosh.
God.
And it's bad when even Bill Maher is on to how bad this is. Here's what he said on his Friday show.
You have now this guy, Joe Kent. He quit this week. It was a big story. I think he was the counterintelligence guy. And he said, I can't go along with this because, you know what? He's been listening to too much Tucker Carlson. It's, the Jews made us do it. It's just another version of anti-Semitism that comes out. First it was BDS, then it was their colonizers and genocide, which it wasn't, and all these other reasons, like you can't have a state in the world that's based on religion, even though there's 46 Muslim countries that are based on religion. Some have the name right in the title of the country. But whatever it is, you have all these. And now the big answer is, no, Israel made us do it. We're Israel's bitch. I don't think we're Israel's bitch. I think we're Israel's ally. But, if I have to be on one side of this MAGA thing, either Trump or Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and Nick Fuentes, I'll be with Trump on this one. Because that's the other side of MAGA.
100%. So weird when I find myself agreeing with him a lot more lately.
I know.
It's bizarre, right? But he's right.
So many people on our side have lost their minds.
They have lost their minds and it is just this crazy anti-Semitic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how that happened. What is going on?
It's like the total zombie bite. It's you get infected and then you turn into a crazy person.
Yeah. It's just weird.
And it's got, Tucker's he's the head of the snake in a lot of ways when it comes to this mind shift that everybody's going through. And he gets crazier and crazier with each passing day. He interviewed this Chinese spy who is basically who said to Tucker, we need to America and China just need to chat and just agree to be on the same level playing field, just share superpowerdom essentially. And Tucker agreed. Yeah, America should just defer our exceptionalism. And the only reason we're not is Israel, you guys. This is an actual thing that happened on his show.
So what I would do is basically sit down everyone, okay, including Russia, China, Iran, and say, it's time for a new world order where we are partners in this relationship, right? Before America was a hegemon, before the US dollar was the world reserve currency. But now what we want to do is open a dialogue where everyone is respected, where America is no longer the bully but a willing partner in creating a new economic order that benefits everyone and not just a few.
Yeah, F that.
I think that's the wisest.
It's
probably
wise.
the only path that preserves civilization. But the one country standing in the way of that is Israel.
It's out of control. It is. It's completely out of control. It goes back to what I was saying before, which is nowadays we have people who are, oh my God, we're the bad guys. And we're apologists for other, like, this is what we are now. Like, we hate ourselves.
This is crazy. This is absolute.
It's batshit
insanity. Yeah.
It's complete batshittery at the nth degree. Like and he used to not be this way. Cause I would watch him and he was 100% different. He was a completely different person. He would say the exact opposite of what he's saying now on whatever show this is that he's doing.
On almost every issue.
Yeah. A complete opposite. So I don't know what's happened to him or who's gotten to him or who's paying him or what's going on, but he's different. I'm not changed.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You've not changed, but these people have a lot of these people have changed, and I don't know why it is. I don't have proof. Like, I'm not going to be that person that's like 7,000. I don't know, but I do know that there's been this extreme, just upside downness. It's bizarre.
And nobody can deny that. I mean, there's way too much video evidence of him being a way and now being a completely different way. Like there's so much evidence. Hide your kids, hide your wives, because Misfit Patriot had a tweet about this that I want you to read. And because it's Misfit Patriot, I mean, it's very, very appropriate. And I love it.
I love him. Okay, here we go. I still can't believe how little of a fuck Tucker Carlson is giving about looking like he's 100% of a foreign agent for the CCP after he just told everyone he's under investigation for failing to register as a foreign agent for the Iranian regime. His guest, Zhang Jiaqin, I guess, was arrested in 2002 and deported from China after being suspected of spying. And just 1 year later, the CCP allowed him, a suspected spy, to return from Canada and become a teacher. Let me slow that down for you. Tucker is literally hosting a liberal Beijing professor under the CCP National Education Guidelines and suspected Canadian spy who was never charged, but instead given a job under the control of the Chinese Communist Party. And he's telling Tucker, an American podcaster with a huge following, that America should relinquish its position as global superpower and leader of the free world and sign on to the New World Order by partnering with communist China. And Tucker agreed with him. Yeah. And he would have never done that 10 years ago. He would have never done it.
Happening.
This is the thing. At 10 years ago, the Tucker of 10 years ago would have been like, you're out of your effing mind. And it's bizarre to me. And because this should not be happening.
I know. And it's, I still struggle with like how much of I mean, we know obviously Tucker has millions and millions and millions of followers. All of these people do, Megyn, Candace, everybody. So, but how influential are they? Because we see polls, Batya Ungar Sargon is always quick to show that their opinions do not change what the electorate thinks of Trump strikes on Iran, for example. They are not impacting the way that we think, the way that MAGA thinks. And I love that. I love that take. It's very reassuring. I just don't know how true it is. But it was also interesting. It was also interesting to see Bill Maher agree with that and say this on his show.
Right now, there's a big fight going on between Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro about Candace Owens. And as it plays out, it's very important to remember that the most common reaction to it from Americans is, I don't know who any of these people are, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, I hope that's true.
I hope it's true too. I really do. But you and I live in the corner of the world. We're online a lot. We are on X all the time. We're getting news from there. So we see it. And we see, the weirdos that are siding with them. We see the anti-Semitism that is so rampant these days. We see people who are coming onto our socials and they're like, you guys are old losers. You like get with the program. The program is the people who are with Candace and with Tucker. They're with Megyn. those are the, like, get with the program. You are out and these people are in. That's what we hear on our socials.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can think all I want that this stuff doesn't matter, but at least in our circles, it matters.
And it's so interesting too, how they are choosing to isolate themselves in some ways, because like, for example, Candace burns literally every bridge. We know this, we've talked about it,
Right.
but Meghan is starting to do the same thing. And so Batya did an entire segment on her show about this, basically saying, you know, that these influencers do not have broad support the way that Trump does. MAGA is like holding firm. And Meghan said about Batya, saying, for a group with no power, the neocon press certainly spends a lot of time talking about them. So putting Batya Ungar Sargon, who is totally anti-war, into a neocon press category is bonkers.
It's absurd.
It's crazy. And it totally goes again. I mean, Meghan was Batya's very first guest when she first got that show. And so just as a reminder, here's Meghan on Batya's first episode ever, fawning over her.
Thank you so much for joining me and being the first interview on the Batya Show.
I'm so honored. Congratulations. I love the people at News Nation. It's no surprise to me that they saw your genius and gave you this very well-deserved show. There's no limit to how far you can take this, Batya. Good luck.
Thank you.
Every last bridge. Everyone.
Now she's neocon press. The same thing she did with Barry Weiss. I mean, she used to love Barry Weiss, and then Barry, you know, was part of the calling out of her not talking about defending Erica Kirk, and now they're enemies because she just burns all the bridges.
Every single one.
Crazy.
I know. And for what? I mean, will it be worth it? It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out in the next year.
But I maintain that it's super important that we continue to talk about it. And Dennis Prager was recently asked, you know, what is the antidote to all of this crazy? How do we combat it? And I always consider him one of the wise ones. Here's what he said.
The, you know, Tucker Candace worldview that you've been describing is so dark. It's so damning of America. And I wonder, what is the antidote to its growing popularity in this country? What do we do?
Oh, the antidote is courage. It's always the antidote to what is bad. People have to come out and say they're advocating bad, indeed evil ideas.
Yes, people have to come out and say it.
And I love that. We've been saying that since we first started. You know, I mean, I feel like that just transcends everything. Courage. It's kind of like, you know, listen, we've been doing this 17 years. Even before all this garbage started happening, people would write us and be like, I agree with everything that you say, but I'm afraid to say it on my college campus. I'm afraid to say it at work. I'm afraid to be conservative. I'm sorry. You got to have courage to say the things. You got to be yourself. Stack up. Right. You got to stack up. And the thing, like, we've been dealing with this for 17 years. You've got to stack up. Conviction and courage, Tracy. That's right. You got to have it. You got to be true to yourself. And I think the more that we do that, the better off we're going to be. I think people on our side are still afraid.
Yeah. And somebody just brought up Matt Walsh again, just not saying anything about his decision to not go, or, you know, what was it based on? Like, why won't he just say, I've realized that this group does not actually represent most Catholics. Most Catholics are normal and not crazy like this fringe group. Why not just admit it? Because if you're just going to like release a video message and then just be quiet about it and let people wonder, you're basically tacitly in approval of their messaging.
And
why,
I think
why would you do that?
The same reason so many people, I mean, after Charlie Kirk died, you and I were talking about how batshit Candace was the month after.
Yeah.
And there were so many people on the right that just waited, and they were just like, we can't say anything because it's Candace. So what? What is she going to do? Like, why are these people so afraid of other people? Just because Just because it's Candace or you're okay. You're not frozen anymore. But like, just, I don't understand why people are so afraid of other people. If you feel a certain way, say it.
Yeah. It needs to be said.
It needs to be said. Right.
Yeah. All right, it's time for some fun things. And, you know, I tried really hard with the talks for when I was with Jason to like make them guy talks. Like I did a lot of Brandon Russo. Yeah. I didn't do hardly any cute animals because I saved that for when you're here because you appreciate the cute animals.
Yes.
Plus he has a cat. And so I was just like, you're not going to appreciate dogs the way that.
Wait, Jason has a cat?
Jason has a cat.
I didn't know he had a cat. I thought he was a dog guy. Really?
I think they used to be, but then their last dog that they put down, like the kids said, you can't replace, there's no replacing this dog. So just don't ever get another dog.
So they got a cat.
So they have a cat.
Okay.
Which is fine. I know we have cat people. It's fine. And we play cat videos from time to time. I have some saved for later this week that we'll get to, but today it's all about dogs.
All right.
And is there anything cuter, I ask you, than the yawn of puppies?
Ugh, the best. My God, you guys. Puppies. Yawning.
Oh my God, they're so precious.
And she won't have a puppy, you guys. She won't.
No, I won't. I won't have a puppy. But I'll have a dog.
I know, but you won't have
more
a puppy.
than one.
Puppies are.
I know they are so precious. So precious. And they're especially funny when they're guilty of something. And then they're especially funny when they're guilty of something and Rockstar does the voiceover of their guilt. Only I don't know how much guilt this dog actually has. You be the judge.
Mama, look, before you say anything, I am flabbergasted that somebody would come in here and do that to your bed.
Why did you tear up?
You forgot to kiss me.
Why'd you tear up mama bed?
Mama, look at my eyes. Do it look like I did that?
Don't look away. You got the evidence on your mouth.
For real? It's gone now?
No.
Look at this
It probably got on me
necklace.
from my investigation, but I can tell you one thing.
Who did it?
Not me. Innocent.
Look at that.
And they kept showing it for no reason.
Now what I'm supposed to lay on?
Oh, you can lay on the floor with me until your money get right and you can buy a new duvet and comforter set.
A
I know
duvet.
Costco be having sales. Why you got that crazy look in your eye?
You in trouble.
I feel like you profiling me because that looked like something a dog would do.
Oh my God. So cute. Lay on the floor, the duvet.
I love Rockstar so much. And then lastly, we have a little montage of the interesting, not so savory friends that dogs sometimes bring home.
Rusty, drop it! Waylon. Billy has...
You
Come on, Drax. Who the fuck is that? Where'd you come from? Hey, get the fuck out of my house. Who is that, Drax?
It's a new friend.
God, there's a squirrel in the house! No!
Is it dead? Is it dead? It's a dead squirrel. Oh my God.
Dog? Who is this? What is in your mouth?
What the hell?
It's a cow. Oh my God.
I ain't never in my life seen a donkey and a dog be best friends.
Oh no. No. Wait.
Scout?
No.
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, we got a bit of a problem. Come on, Jericho, get in the house. Come on.
Hurry, get in here.
Okay, I guess you can come
All
too.
right. Okay.
No way. Oh my God.
I need every single last one of them except for the snake.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you
The
imagine?
snake would be the only one not invited into my house.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. We do have a review to share. It's kind of a long one. So there's just one today from the Apple Podcast platform. So appreciate you guys leaving a review there for us. It really does help us. We appreciate it. We're going to get to all of them. Swear to goodness we are. But if you could read this one, this was a really, really good one.
Yes. I love my Nillas. The chicks on the right are like speed dating the news. There's so much news with recites.
Probably recipes, I'm guessing.
Recipes, red yarn boards, common sense, a heavy dose of humor, think for yourself commentary, and snark. My husband, former husband, is a news junkie. I love it, husband. I watch the chicks, then turn off the news for the rest of the day. I can hold my own in any political discussions. I found the chicks about 2012, 2013. They helped me lose almost 80 pounds as I listened to them while walking and working out. Listen to, oh my God.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. I'm not saying you will lose weight listening, but I'm not saying it. You will come for the news and stay because they will become your best friends. It is by far the best, most entertaining news and current event show out there. Try it. You won't be able to watch just one. I watch on X, but they are on all the socials. You need the podcast for listening to the show and for the fantastic interviews of the people you love. Just don't tell them what to do. Pixie Donna. We
Isn't
love
that great?
you, Pixie. We
So,
love you.
so great.
Sweet.
Okay, and then Phil, just leave this one up for me because I'm gonna fast forward it. Okay, so we do have some thank yous also. I forgot I had another one. Go ahead and read this one too.
Okay, love you, chicks. I absolutely love this podcast. After being recently betrayed by many supposedly right-wing media personalities, Candace, Tucker, Megan, Matt, etc., it's refreshing to find a program that actually embraces the values that conservative Christians try to live. I love your perspectives on serious matters, your lighthearted stories, though I've got to say that I'm a cat person, and the close friendship the two of you have never changed. 10 out of 10. So sweet. Thank you.
Sweet. Tracy Castellano said, this is my first post in the 15 or so years of listening.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to say how much I've enjoyed Jason this week and hope he'll continue to sub for when Mock and Daisy are gone. It's been a fun week. Absolutely not offended. Hope Daisy had a wonderful Hawaiian adventure.
It was okay. It was all right. And Jason was handpicked because Jason was our buddy in radio.
That's
and
right.
We knew that you guys would love him. He's kind of like, he's our people. You know what I mean?
He is. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Suzette Paramore said, preach it, Mock and Jason. Jason, you are a great guest host. Looking forward to your next visit.
We knew people would love him.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tracy Waffenden said, longtime listener, hope Daisy had a great vacay. Mockenhammer killed it. I'm a girl surrounded by brothers. So he is my people. Look forward to his return. See you girls next week. And Jay Fisher said, please thank Hammer for his great work last week. Great guest host. To the snowflakes offended by him. Okay. Welcome back, Daisy. Can't wait to hear your banter within a couple weeks. It's sure to be lit. XO, a Zennial caught in the middle, yet never clutching my pearls. And I teach etiquette for a living.
Oh, yeah. Because Mock is going to be on spring break in the next couple weeks. And so he'll be on with me. So that will be very interesting.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Over on Locals, Holloway 0923 said there's already a TSA screening partnership program where private contractors handle passenger and baggage security instead of direct federal TSA employees with strict TSA oversight. The largest example of this is at San Francisco, which has 0 delays every time there's a shutdown because they chose to participate in this program. There's no reason that every airport in the country can't switch over to this system. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely workarounds and everybody should be doing them for sure. That doesn't help ATC though, you know?
Right.
Really, I just hate
it
that.
It doesn't.
Susan G. Ferg said Superman wears Chuck Norris pajamas.
True.
Math Nerd Knitter says James Fishback is a hedge fund guy, so that explains the disgusting money grubbing douchebaggery.
Okay,
Yeah, that would explain.
That does explain it. Yes.
Now you. Oh wait, you know what? Let me just get Venmo too, because I saw that we did get something there, and I keep forgetting these people, and I feel so terrible. No, I don't want to apply for a credit card. Thank you. Okay, from Margot MacArthur. Welcome back, Daisy, and her gorgeous flowing locks from the tropical rainforest. Sorry it was a washout. Jason was a great fill-in, a shot of testosterone for the week. So glad you're back, but it'll be fun and interesting to see Jason with Daisy soon. Aloha, my chicks.
Thank you. Okay, Marcy Perales. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. Welcome back, Daisy. You were missed, but Jason filled your large shoes well. Have a great day. Much love. He is great, isn't he? He's really fun. Shelly Bolton. Good morning. Welcome back, Daisy. Everyone, make sure and click the like if you haven't already, and subscribe. Let's support the chicks. Love y'all. Thank you.
Guys are so
G
sweet.
White 053. Glad Daisy is back. Jason couldn't do Bernie.
He tried.
Bernie. He
It
tried
was
to
a
do
fail.
Bernie. Really? He tried to do it? He did. Supernova. Dana B walked into a bar and the bartender asked, "Why the long face?" Welcome back, Daisy. We're talking about Dana Bash. Dana Bash, long face. Madman 1965. There was a time when you couldn't say toilet on TV.
Is that right?
That's why Archie Bunker invented the word turlet.
I did not know that.
Well, I remember back in the day, they couldn't have people sleeping in the same bed on television. That's why Ricky, it's like, who is it? Lucy and Ricky, what's his name?
Oh my gosh,
Were
is
in
that
twin,
right?
They were in twin beds. You guys remember? Like
But
that
the Brady Bunch, wait, wasn't that at the, no, I guess Lucy was before Brady Bunch. Because Brady Bunch, they were always in bed together.
Yeah, they were. But I mean, like before then, I think it was in the 60s, you could not be in a bed together. They had to be in twin beds. Yeah, it was like taboo. And now we have the Kardashians. Ginkgo Yoki 234. Trump accepting pulling money if the Dems would accept his wants is like telling the Dems that pulling the 10 Commandments is acceptable if they're replaced with the Beatitudes, the Beatitudes. Sorry. Watch their collective heads explode. Marcy Perales. It's totally disgusting how many so-called citizens of our beautiful country. Every time, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Every time we're in this thing and I put my cursor over, it blocks it out. So I have to I'm sorry. I'm going to read it again, Marcy. It's totally disgusting how many so-called citizens of our beautiful country pushed for Trump and his administration to fail. We put up with Obama and Biden. Now we have the best president and he's not appreciated. He's not. He's
not at all.
Which is why this is the thing. You know, people will complain about every single thing that he does. I'm kind of sick of the complaining by these people because he's done a lot of really great things. Ginkgo Yoki 234. Chuck Norris didn't die. Death had a near Chuck Norris experience. They didn't lower him to rest in a grave. The earth rose up to him. That's right, Ginkgo. Totally right. Uriel Gonzalez 7685. Trump should have been a little more gentle about Mueller's death. He should have said what Rush would have said. Robert Mueller has assumed room temperature.
That is one way to say it, for sure.
Right. Judy Flackney, 8285. Daisy's hair is great. Thank you. It's getting better, you guys. Getting better than it was a couple years ago. My son flew to Thailand yesterday to see his fiance. He had no delay in LAX. I was worried. Not sure why LAX isn't affected. I don't know. You know, like DFW the other day wasn't terrible. It wasn't, but we got in early. I don't know. It's like no rhyme or
I don't
reason.
either.
I don't know why Hartsfield is terrible. DFW wasn't so terrible. I don't know.
Yeah, because Houston's really bad. DFW is not so bad.
Right. I don't.
NOLA is a mess.
Right.
I
just don't know. It's like a crapshoot out there, right? Brian Brumley, can you imagine a Rubio DeSantis ticket with Scott Jennings as press secretary? I'd be scared that Mock would have another stroke.
I would. Oh my God.
Brian.
There are so many vowels that I would have to draw out. So many vowels.
Rubio, let's just all ponder that. The Rubio DeSantis ticket would be amazing, right? But Scott Jennings as press secretary? Hi there. Judy Flagney, 8285. Thanks all for prayers. After 6 months bedridden, my hubby is finally able to walk with a walker and PT and can feed himself again. He's working hard. God bless you guys, Judy. Supernova, immunoglobulins from colostrum from Cowboys. Arner, miss you, Daisy, but Jason Hammer is a great co-host. Can't wait to see D&J do the show when Mock has her week. Take my vacation money. Yeah, we're going to have fun. I mean, it's not the same when it's not the two of us chicks together, but we try to make it fun for you guys. And we knew Jason would be a lot of fun because he's like our frat brother, you know? Supernova. Daisy, are you up to speed on Hoof-Hearted? It will be important for future reference, kind of like piss fingers.
I'm just going to let Jason tell you that story, and he'll repeat it for folks when I'm gone, and then you guys can laugh about it.
Tough-hearted? Okay. All right. Montez Northcutt 8663. Thank you for that super sticker. And Ginkgo Yoki 234. Candace equals Gal Sharpton.
Yeah, I think so.
Very
That's what Dana
accurate.
calls her.
Mm-hmm. Montez Northcutt 8663. Anyone see the face of Lincoln in Daisy's blanket? Just me.
I did not see it.
Where did I don't see the face of Lincoln. I don't see that. Ginkgo Yoki 234. As a Catholic, I'm disgusted with Catholics for Catholics. They don't represent the Catholic Church. They represent themselves. Yes, Ginkgo.
Preach it loud and to everyone.
Calling them out because you're right, because they are trying so hard to hijack your church is what they're trying to do. The Jay Witt podcast, that is Rage Bronson, not Jay Witt. He's not nearly as handsome, but he does wear a nice hoodie. Thanks for the shout out.
I said it was the Jay Witt podcast. I don't know that I said it was Jay Witt. I said it was that podcast. So apologies if I messed that up. And thank you for being here.
Design Pro Jeff, Tatum is funding Nick Shirley's necessary security. Nick's family doxxed and death threats.
Ridiculous.
Good Lord. Teresa, CTM, retired USN 03. I attended a Catholic all-girls high school, never learned that Israel was bad. Learned the Holocaust. We've been infiltrated by the same educational derelicts that are in secular school systems. Absolutely correct, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Arnerm, Joe Kent's, I did nothing wrong, isn't a denial. He's not running to the truth. He's spinning the truth. Take my PR crisis money. Yes. Teresa, CTM, retired USN 03. Joe Kent thinks he is safe because he has a 90s because he has 90s boy band looks.
I don't know that that's going to save him.
That's not going to save him. Mm-hmm. Supernova, Tucker has worn the same shirt for over a decade.
He just wants to be like us, you guys. He's just like us.
Right. In his little cabin. Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. Arnerm, just to keep the record straight, he's now Tucker Al-Abbas bin Muhammad. Yes. Karen Elliott, 2903. Can TSA workers set up GoFundMe's Elon can use? That's true.
I don't know how they would do that as a collective. Like, how would that get distributed equally?
I don't know.
Fairly,
They just have to do it like individually. Karen Elliott, 2903. Leftists will protest making the TSA issues worse.
Mm-hmm.
Marcy Perales, we're the only conservatives in our house. We try to educate our daughter and granddaughter, but they have such TDS. Our house, our rules. LOL. It does suck. We hear about so many people that have kids and grandkids that are anti-Trump, you know. I always tell my daughter, if you turn liberal in college, you're cut off. It's true. Supernova, Chester and Alfie love dog talks. Yay. Ginkgo Yoki 234. Never forget the big ass black garbage bags.
That was one of Jason's sponsors this past week. I told Daisy about how he had sponsors when we were doing pre-show, and I talked about how Grape Nuts was one of them. Big ass black garbage bags was one.
We have big ass black garbage bags here in the house. They're great. They're very useful. Juan Felipe MV. Hi, ladies. Many people don't realize that some states allow non-citizens to vote in certain elections, and that only one of those states went for Trump in the last election.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd have thunk it?
Kim back 9572. Good morning, chicks. I hate to be like this, but please, it's Victor Davis with an S. Hanson.
Davis Hanson. Is that not
not
what I said?
David Hanson? Thanks. Love you, jerks. Yeah, I don't. It's Victor Davis.
I thought I said that. If I messed that up, I'm sorry. God, everybody is so picky today.
I know. Sometimes it's really early, you guys. It's just we haven't had nearly enough coffee, and we'll miss a consonant or two. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. I'm not saying debacle. Okay, give me some credit.
We're not saying macabre. I mean,
that's
come on.
right.
It's not
Also, before we forget, from the Ball Pit crew, it is one of our moderators' birthdays, Speedy. Speedy's birthday is today, and he hosts an all-day chat on his Rumble channel. He said he's going to be having a live birthday bash later in the day. If you want to join, he gave the link there. You can look him up, Speedy News Network on Rumble. Happy birthday, Speedy!
He does an all-day live chat. That seems like a lot of work.
I guess so. It does seem like a lot of work.
Wow, Speedy.
He does it.
You go. All right, we're bringing it in.
I didn't bring it in one single time last week. Like, I just now realized that I forgot to bring it in all week.
Okay, well, we're bringing it in extra hard today.
Extra
hard. You guys, make sure that you have a wonderful Monday. I missed you guys. I'm so glad I'm back, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.